Hey, Big Dave, the Middle-Aged Gamer here with another episode of Oblivion Remastered. Don't mind the groveliness there. I had just sold a bunch of the extra stuff I was just stashing around because I don't really need it. Because, well, and let's be honest, I needed the money at the end of the last episode. I finished with a measly 1 gold coin. Could barely even afford to feed a beggar. But, so I sold most of my stuff to this guy, and since we're here... Yeah, you may have noticed I still had the description of coral. Well, that's because I hid his max, and I know I can do better than that. Anyway, let's talk to him here.
30 years, and I expect I'll last another 10 or so. When I'm gone, God's willing, my apprentice Enelroth will tend the smithy. A terrible crime. Everyone in the chapel murdered. Who could have done such a thing, and why?
Well, not much of a help there.
Blasted thief. I hope they string him up when they catch him. He's a slippery one, though. The beggars are his eyes and ears. I don't know where he came from. Just appeared outside the chapel a day or so after the attacks. Been there ever since. Everybody's talking about the prophet. After the attack on the chapel, people are inclined to believe almost anything. You too.
Well, so... Where was it? There it is. Well, the prophet is in town, so maybe we'll go talk to the prophet. This is the Knights of the Nine storyline, so at least we can move that along. Let's talk to penniless Olvis.
One more coin and I can get a pair of shoes.
It's unbelievable. Right in the center of the city, nobody saw anything. Makes you wonder about the competence of the guard, if you ask me.
He's a fairy tale. The Imperial Watch pretends there is a thief king named the Grey Fox who controls all the thieves in Cyrodiil. Of course, it's all just made up to give them an excuse to keep us down.
Sure, go down to the chapel and you can't miss him. He'll be the one outside ranting at passers-by. Everybody's talking about the prophet. After the attack on the chapel, people are inclined to believe almost anything.
Well, that's obviously the big news of the day around here.
All right.
Yay.
I like that. A lot.
It's good of you to say so. What a fool you are. I doubt it.
Well, it's a little better. Alright.
Oh, that's great.
I like you too.
Ugh.
I doubt it. Talk tough to me. I love That's cute. You think I doubt it. Where'd you get... You're too kind.
Well, a little better.
I doubt it. You're too kind. Don't make...
That's really funny.
Well, I'm at 60, so that's good. We're gonna keep pushing. Ugh. Bad setup.
Thank you. Don't make me laugh. I doubt... That's great.
Well, spun my wheels there, but...
I like you too. That's cute. I doubt it.
Oh, that's great.
That'll do.
I see.
Maybe.
He's a fairy tale. Of course it's all...
Alright.
Thank you. He's a fairy tale. Of course it's all just...
Alright. That's as good as we're getting there. Alright, enough of that. Let's talk to the guard.
8 of the morning watch and all's well. Good day, sir. By the time we got there, it was too late. We have no idea how they got in or out without any of our patrols seeing them. He's that thief that the Imperial Watch are always going on about. He likes to steal from rich folk. Everybody's talking about the Prophet. After the attack on the chapel, people are inclined to believe almost anything.
And we're not getting anything from anybody else about anything else. So, might as well go to the chapel. Find this out for ourselves.
Where is your divine crusader? In these latter days of petty strife and lesson. Oh
Hey, Heimsker, over here.
To what do I owe this honor? I am but a humble prophet. What business do you have with me? This is only the beginning. Umaril has returned, as foretold by Pelinal Whitestrake in his dying breath.
Umaril, who's that?
Umaril the Unfeathered, the sorcerer king of the Aliens, who ruled over this land for long ages before the rise of men.
This sounds like Wes Johnson.
Down by Pelinal Whitestrake, but Umaril's spirit survived, and now he has returned to seek vengeance upon the gods.
It sounds a lot like Wes Johnson, the voice of Sheogorath. You could almost picture Sheogorath saying this. Who's Pelinal Whitestrake?
Does no one remember the old tales? Saint Pelinal, the divine crusader of legend, Alicia's companion when she overthrew the rule of the Aliens 3,000 years ago. Pelinal, with the aid of the gods, fought the alien sorcerer King Umaril and slew him. But Umaril's spirit survived, and he has now returned.
Just tell me who attacked the chapel.
Do you understand nothing? The blood speaks. I can read the ancient runes if you cannot. As uibala, umarale el nada rakuva. In the alien tongue, by the eternal power of Umaril, the mortal gods shall be cast down. A curse upon Umaril's ancient foes, and a threat.
So how do we stop Umaril?
Alas, Umaril cannot be stopped. Not without the aid of the gods, not without the Crusaders' relics. Without a champion, the gods are powerless to act. But who among us is worthy to wield the divine Crusaders' weaponry?
I will quest for these relics.
You would quest for the holy panoply of Pelinal Whitestrake? The legendary relics that have been sought by mighty warriors throughout the ages? Are you a worthy knight?
No, I have no claim to
A
fame.
humble heart is a good starting point. The gods will decide if you are worthy to seek the relics.
How can I find the relics?
The gods grant insight to those they deem worthy. Why and how they act is not predictable. What I can tell you is that, traditionally, knights who wish to quest for the relics would walk the pilgrim's way, travel to the way shrines of the 9 divines, pray to each of the gods in turn, and ask their favor upon your quest. If the gods deem you worthy, you will be granted a sign. Go forth with the 9's blessings. The weapons and armor of Pelinal Whitestrake, Alicia's comrade, granted to him by the 8 divines. He went alone into the White Gold Tower, challenged the alien sorcerer King Umaril to single combat, and slew him. Alas, Umaril was not truly slain, but only cast beyond the bounds of Nirn. And now he has returned to wreak his vengeance upon the gods, as was prophesied by Pelinal himself with his dying breath. Only a true knight wielding the holy relics of the Divine Crusader, has a chance to defeat Umaril. But alas for Tamriel, the Crusader's relics have been lost for many an age. Who now can succeed in the quest for the relics, where the greatest knights of legend all failed? Once there were 8 divines. Then Tiber Septim became Talos, and the 8 became 9. I followed the old way of honoring the 8 while also giving due to Talos, the one who ascended. Walking the Pilgrim's Way is the traditional start of a holy quest. Follow the map I gave you, visit the way shrines of the 9, pray, and wait for a sign. He was defeated, but not destroyed by Pelinal the Crusader. Now he has returned to seek vengeance against the gods. Only a true knight, wielding the holy relics of the Divine Crusader, has a chance to defeat Umaril. May the 8 and 1 guide your steps.
Okay, so that's that. So now that we've talked to him, why don't we head to the Mage's Guild, buy some spells, and do the recommendation. Okay.
I'm Felon Relis of the Mages Guild. I handle alchemy training for the Anvil chapter.
And
If
purchasing.
you're looking for hard-to-find ingredients, try Lel's quality merchandise outside the walls facing the harbor. Captain Dougal's rumored treasure has to be true. I wonder if the first Count of Anvil found it.
Captain Dougal. Alright, I think that gives... We'll get back to that.
I offer the
We'll look at
finest
the map.
goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Alright, so what we want to look for is better alchemy gear, and we're not going to get it here. Alright, all novice gear, which we have, for the most part. I think we have a couple of apprentice pieces. I have notes. Yeah, Apprentice Mordor and Pestle, known Apprentice Alembic. So what he has does not interest me in the least.
May I interest you in some of my
Okay, can't sell the shield.
Good day.
Greetings
All right.
and I greet you. Thorin, journeyman of the Mages Guild.
Well, hello.
I believe some people think of Anvil as a slow, sleepy place compared to Eastern Cyrodiil. But there's plenty of trouble up north to be found. Carahill supported Archmage Traven's appointment from the beginning. And I don't believe the rumors that she just wanted his job at this hall. Have a look at my wares. I'm
All
sure
right,
there's
some
something to suit
basic
you.
stuff. All right. Okay, absorb magicka. That could be interesting. Leech health. That's twice as strong as what we got. So yeah. Okay, minor magic resistance a little... it's a little above us, huh? Damn. Do I really want any skill absorptions? Actually, that one could be fun. The rest of these are... Oh, okay, maybe absorb illusion. Although that's kind of silly now that I think about it. Never mind. Absorb mysticism. No. Absorb attributes. We'll take Absorb Willpower. Now, for the purposes of enchanting and spell making, Absorb Attribute will give us all of them. If you take one, same thing with Absorb Skill. And that's all he's got that I want.
Thank you for your patronage. You too.
Alright, so let's go to our magic page. Okay, and we are going to change Absorb Health to Leech Health. Everything else should be pretty good as it is. Wonder if we have a slightly stronger one. Hello, Sparky. Is there anybody else here we can talk to? We'll see if there's anybody else out and about, or inside at least. See if there's a more advanced mage restoration trainer.
Hello, Mark Gullet, Mage's Guild Evoker, advanced instructor in the arts of destruction. Carahill inherited the Anvil Mages Guild chapter from Hannibal Traven, the Archmage. She runs a clean haul, just like Traven did. Carahill's a good leader. She's been a staunch supporter of the Council of Mages for as long as I've known her. I don't know what Archmage Traven has against necromancy, but the first thing he did after taking over the Mages Guild was to ban its practice. Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Oh, that's the one I want, but we need to... Ooh! Sorry, so he's got some good ones. Okay, so everything here is a little beyond me. But this is the guy I want to talk to.
Farewell.
For better restoration. Good to know.
Greetings. Captain Dougal's rumored treasure.
What's my restoration at anyway? While we're on the subject. 46. We're close. We get to Journeyman, we can get a better...
I see. Take care. Yes?
Okay, now we need to find Carahill again.
Hello, Associate. To earn a recommendation from me, you need simply prove you are able-bodied and prepared to learn something in the process. The Anvil Mages Guild is proud to follow the example Hannibal Traven sets for us. Mastery and scholarship, free of the dark arts. Archmage Traven has closed the doors of the university to all who are not qualified to enter. A wise decision, in my opinion. It's in the Imperial City. Perhaps someday you may be able to visit him there. He's done wonderful things for this guild. Archmage Traven was right to ban necromancy and place restrictions on the addition of new members to the guild. He's served us well. Unlike some frivolous tasks you may be given at other guild halls, this is a serious matter and has consequences. Are you prepared?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Then allow me to explain the task. The Council of Mages has entrusted me with resolving a situation along the Gold Road. Several traveling merchants have been found dead along the Gold Road recently, with even more missing. The Council has asked that I put a stop to it. You are going to help me do so. They believe the killings are the actions of a rogue mage. Battle mages have been sent to the Brina Cross Inn, the only common link between the victims. You are to travel north to the Brina Cross Inn and speak with Ariel Gerard. She will give you further instructions.
Let's pop on the rumors real quick.
Archmage Traven has against necromancy, but the first thing he did after taking over the Mages Guild was to ban its practice.
That's a bad rando to throw in with her.
It's a sad thing to think that a mage would kill helpless merchants for the wares they carry. Some mages do not abide by the principles of the guild and operate outside its boundaries. Many hold little value for the lives of others. The frost burns found on the victims in this case indicate a mage was responsible for their deaths. Likely nothing more than simple robbery. These scrolls should provide sufficient resistance to frost magic when and if you do encounter this rogue mage. Use them wisely.
We got 3 frost shells, which we already know.
The scrolls I have given you should protect you from the magic the mage seems to use most frequently. But do not let your guard down. He may have more tricks up his sleeve. The inn lies north of Anvil. Speak with Ariel Jurard when you arrive. She will give you further instructions. Do not let your guard down. We do not know whether the inn staff is involved somehow. Take care.
Okay. So we've got our job. We've got our orders. Let's boogie. All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna tinker with our wheel a little bit more. And you see where the shield is. We're gonna replace. Actually, no. This might be a good time to let loose the dragon skin. Okay, that was glitchy. Alright, let's look at the map here real quick. No, we do not want to take the right fork. Now, since we have a suspected frost mage on our hands, okay, the wolf is dead. Good job, little buddy. Alright, well, successful fight means we save. Should know better than that.
Up or else.
Now, take it from me if you
Easily
can.
done. Am I supposed to be impressed?
Well, we're ready for a level.
You have my ear, citizen.
Alright, we'll take everything. And that shield. And his axe. Thanks for just sitting there, buddy. Yeah, get out of here. Alright, another successful fight means we save. Bad Kitty tried to do bad kitty things and turned into a rug. Alright, moving on. I'll actually be really glad to see that end, so we can get that level. What the hell was that? Oh, I know what it was. That was my bound armor going bye-bye. Alright, into the inn. I like saying that.
Greetings, High
Okay.
Elf.
The Imperial City is densely urbanized, with a few large parks.
Welcome to the inn. If it's a room you're after, speak with Kristoff. Where does our food come from? The Heartlands and the Nebanian Valley. And Skingrad? Great wines, cheeses, and tomatoes.
I've heard others say the same.
Have you heard any word about the other provinces?
I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Isle.
The Altmer have powerful wizards. It could be a date.
Alright, well, since we have the pants, might as well put them on so we're not offending YouTube. Might as well.
Good day. Morning.
Hello, stranger. What can I do for you? Carahil has sent you, has she not? Go and speak with Kristoff. Rent a room for the night. Once you have your room, I will meet you there. If anyone asks, you are a traveling merchant, nothing more. Do not say otherwise to anyone. No, friend, I'm afraid I don't know the way to Shaden Hall, but good luck in your travels. Please excuse me.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Brina Cross Inn. Can I interest you in something to eat, or perhaps a bed for the night? Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Okay, he'll buy my potions. Do I have anything useless here? Alright.
Let me guess. Traveling on business? You don't look like you're out for a stroll.
I'm a merchant.
Ah, yes, thought so. We get many of them traveling through here. Oh, well, we used to. Haven't seen as many lately. What with the, well, you know, the murders. I don't like to talk about it much, as it's bad for business. At any rate, would you care for a bed for the night?
I'll take it.
Right then. The bed is just upstairs at the back of the inn. Sleep well. Bye.
Pardon me. Did I hear you say that you're a traveling merchant?
Yes, that's right.
Don't you worry, what with the recent killings and all? I'd be ever so scared if it were me. I haven't left the inn in days, just in case. Well, you take care of yourself. I'd hate to hear about another senseless death. Good luck to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well met.
Alright, at the end of the inn. Alright, so we're not going to sleep just yet. Here she comes.
Hello there. All right, it should be safe to speak here. Once you've rested, you'll need to continue along the Gold Road, heading east towards Kavach. I shall be following out of sight along with a fellow battle mage. Make no attempts to speak to us. Trust that we will protect you. Should you be confronted by this cowardly mage, do not hesitate to protect yourself by whatever means possible. Once the mage has revealed himself, we will step in and settle the matter quickly. Now, get yourself some sleep. You'll need to be well rested.
Alright, so there we go. Let's get our sleep.
Hello there.
You woke today with a new sense of purpose. You're no longer afraid of failure. Failure is just an opportunity to learn something new. Alright, same way as we've been. Okay, pointing to luck. 4 and 4. Alright, oh, now we're getting into something interesting. Because we're going to need... Because you kind of have to even this up. So we're going to be dipping into 3s for a little bit here. which means next level we're going to put 5 into intelligence, and then we're going to be, well, things are just going to get a little more interesting all of a sudden, but that's for another level. I spent the night at the Brina Cross Inn. I need to follow the Gold Road towards Kvatch and be wary of anyone along the road.
Know that.
What brings you here?
Okay, so let's get this done real quick. Okay, let's queue up. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to do one thing real quick. We're actually going to queue up the scrolls with Frost Shell. Why the scrolls? Well, because 43 magic is a fair amount. Still, just how much magic do we have? 222. Okay, maybe it's not a tremendous amount, but that's less leech health that we can play around with. Let's start up with Dragon Skin.
I'm afraid your journey ends here, traveler.
Look familiar?
I'll be taking whatever you're carrying. After you're dead, of course. I do hope it's more than the last few had. They were most disappointing.
Yay, need more magic, and this is kind of pathetic. Okay. Alright, we're going to pop a Fortify Health. And the summons are playing with each other. I need to talk to Carahill and Anvil and inform her that Caminalda has been defeated. Well, it gets us some more magic back, and we get a key.
You've done well. The Gold Road should be a little safer for now. You should return to Anvil and let Carahill know the work is complete. We'll remain here and clean things up.
Thanks, Ariel.
The Coral Guildhall had an unpleasant visit recently from someone who had a grudge against Tychius. Goodbye.
Okay, we'll grab some ginseng, since we're here. And we're going to head back to the Brina Cross. Because I want to see what that key leads to. And just here, and I'm also curious as to what broke. Probably the pants, right? Oh, the fur gauntlets? Well, those can go. Okay,
What's
so
it now?
up the stairs. Okay, everything seems to be a steal. Okay, 19 gold from coming out of... Yeah, when she said things have been disappointing, she wasn't joking.
Well met.
Alright, let's get out of here.
How can I help you?
Alright, so back to the Mages Guild. We're going to turn this in, and next episode, we're going to do some quests in and around Anvil.
So, what of the rogue mage? Has he been found?
Yes, she has.
A she, you say? And she's dead. Well, Ariel and Roliand did what needed to be done. No more innocent deaths. At least for now. You have done well enough for yourself. I'll pass along my recommendation to Raminus. Though I must say, I doubt it will do you much good in the end. You'd be surprised how easily they forget about the little people. Bye.
Alright, so that's that. And we gained a level. So there's that. And I'll do some selling off camera. So that way you don't have to deal with it. And next episode, as I said, we're going to find some things to do in and around Anvil. And go from there. Alright, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get the latest and greatest videos as they come in and to help this channel grow. This has been Big Dave, the Middle-Aged Gamer. This is Oblivion Remastered. I'll see y'all next time.